Hey there. I just wanted to take a moment to personally thank you for purchasing my Embrace YouTube video package. I'm
Bear with me.
Hey there.
Bear with
I
me.
just wanted to
Sorry. You know how it is when you have,
Hey there.
oops,
I just wanted to take a moment
this
to
just does
personally
not
thank
want to
you for
work for me
purchasing.
today. That's how live streaming goes. You never know. Let me start all over. Let's try this
Hey there.
again.
I just wanted to take
Okay, I don't want you to do it there. I want you to do it from the
Hey
beginning.
there. I just wanted to take a moment to personally thank you for purchasing my Embrace YouTube video package. I'm thrilled to have you on board, and I can't wait to help you take your YouTube game to the next level.
Did you ever wonder about the genius behind some of the most significant medical breakthroughs of the 20th century? Today we're pulling back the curtain on such a figure, Percy Julian.
I love that song or that little piece of music. Sorry about that, but you know how it is when you are doing a live stream and then all of a sudden it just doesn't go the way that you want it to go. And that's partly why I kind of wanted to do these live streams, is because stuff happens. And, I had everything all set up and I knew how I wanted to start today. And that's what happened. So, anyway, that video compilation I wanted to share with you as an homage, if you will, to the future of video and video marketing and where we're going. This was a compilation that I did earlier this year. I probably did it around February, I want to think. And since then, the technology has already changed, and there are easier and more hipper looking videos that you can create. But some of the tools that I used to create those, I think it was 4 or 5 clips that I put together, were tools like DID. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it is a tool that you can use to sort of manipulate still images and make them come to life, sort of. So it's a little freakish when you first do it. But then after a while, you're kind of like, oh, okay. Or you can use their own images that they have in house, which was the second image that I had shared. And then there are tools like Canva, where you can create some videos, and then other ones were like a combination of Midjourney and Runway ML, or Pika Labs is another one that I use. So that is sort of the direction that we are truly going into when it comes to the future of multimedia marketing. We have come quite a long ways in the time frame that we have been using. I'm going to need to pull up my notes for a second. And so we've come a really, really long way when it comes to where we were with regards to how we were creating videos and where we are now. And obviously, that journey is going to continue going in the future and getting us to a point where we are going to be able to have a lot of stuff done for us. And so, in the honor of looking towards the future, I want to peek back a little bit just really quickly and tell you what has transpired up until now. So, up until now, YouTube started in roughly about 2005, and I wasn't really a fan of YouTube at the time because it didn't have like really good quality videos on there. But within a few short years, it became a platform that a lot of us started to use and went to for entertainment or for education. And now, I mean, people dub it the YouTube University. So it's definitely come a long way. But when YouTube came on the forefront of all of what has now followed, we didn't really know what it was going to do, what it was going to bring, how it was going to change our lives. And it created a lot of things and enhanced things that we were already exposed to, even more so. For example, the algorithms. Algorithms were something that we learned that vernacular when it came to social media, specifically in regards to Facebook, because that is how all social media platforms determine what posts they're going to put in front of you. So with YouTube, they created an algorithm that determined what videos viewers were going to see. And they, over the years, have come up with different methodology in terms of the things that you needed to do in order for your content to get found by your ideal audience. So that started off in its infancy in the early 2000s. Then as time progressed, things got a little bit more enhanced. Obviously, the capabilities of it enhanced, and then also the types of things that you could do with video marketing and incorporating AI. Anytime you're talking about the future of video marketing, of anything, it's going to involve AI. So things that started to happen were, depending on the platform that you were using, you could do automated scene detection. So it could tell you what was in that particular scene, or it gave you the ability to create basic effects. Were some of the early things that were happening. Then obviously algorithms improved as time went on with regards to improving your video search. And then obviously when video started to incorporate all of the other social media platforms, video became the prominent algorithm, or algorithmic capability was more centered around video than text and images as video became more important. Then as we progressed even more, automated editing came about in the very infancy type stage. We were doing text to speech generation. I remember having and talking about apps that you could just talk into your phone and it could type the speech, or you could go into Microsoft Word and you could type into or speak into your microphone and it would type the speech or speak as you were speaking. So those were all sort of like the beginning stages. Then when the late 2010s and 2020s, by the time 2020 rolled around, it was like the floodgates were opened. And that's when ChatGPT came out and you had all of these AI content creators and copy creators and video creators and image creators and every type of creation that you can think of just sort of exploded onto the atmosphere for us to be able to use. And so that's kind of what I want to talk about today. So I want to kind of focus a little bit on some of the tools that we're using and in what capacity are we using them. So we're going to talk about the future tools for video editing, for voiceovers, for copywriting, for video creation, and for video marketing. So let's share my screen so that you can see what I'm looking at, which is my agenda. So that's what we're going to talk about really quickly, and we're going to get through this as quickly as possible so that you guys can get on with your day. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them in the comments. If I don't catch them live, I will definitely catch them on the replay and be able to respond. I don't see any questions or comments at the moment, so I will continue. So first up is editing. So automated editing is definitely something that I know my audience loves to learn about, because that's one of the number one areas when it comes to video marketing and video creation that people will complain about is, oh my God, I have to edit a video. I don't know how to edit it. It's going to take too long. Things of that nature is usually what prevents someone from wanting to create videos. Well, there are tools that have now made not only the act of editing, so you have tools like Descript, which allow you to edit by text. So that is a really simplified way to edit. But now there are tools that are on the market and they will be getting more enhanced as time progresses that actually do the editing for you. Now it's basic editing. It's cutting out filler words like right, so. That also is cutting out any dead spaces. So if you pause for too long of a period of time between sentences, it will cut that out. And then there are those like Cut that will actually cut from this full shot to maybe a closer shot, or depending on how far away from the camera that you are, it can do jump shots or jump cuts for you. And then you'll have tools like Capsule that will also allow you to incorporate B-roll into your video project. So Gling and Cut will definitely remove the filler words, the long spaces, and will edit your video for you. Cut will do jump cuts. I know Cut provides music. I do not believe, as of the time of this live stream, that it records or gives you options to add B-roll. I don't believe Gling does that either, but Capsule does. So that's automated video editing, is now an improved futuristic way of editing your videos. It's only going to get better. When it comes to AI voiceover and dubbing, this is an area that I know some people may have concern with in regards to not only privacy, but in regards to deep fakes and things of that nature. And you may not want to turn over your likeness to a platform or to a tool. And that's usually what's required if you're going to be doing the dubbing aspect of it anyway. But the reason for this is if you want to create videos, say, for example, you want to create a lot of videos in a short period of time, and you don't have a lot of time to sit down and record one narration after another, regardless of how long or short they may be. If you allow a platform such as Descript or Kapwing or 11 Labs, and there's a lot of them that are out there. Don't get me wrong. There are some that are like 11 Labs, which are just voice over dubbing cloning platforms, and then there are those like Descript and Kapwing that are video creation content platforms, but they also have this component in it. So you could record your voice for a specified period of time. It will then do its magic in the back end and be able to clone your voice. I have tried this with Descript. I have not tested it out yet with Kapwing, even though I do have the capability. Sorry, Kapwing, I will get to it. And it sounds pretty much like you. So I'm impressed by that capability. But if you are like super uncomfortable about having a machine or a computer store your voice, and you just don't want it to be able to manipulate things on its own or give your voice access to anybody else, which these platforms do not do, then I totally understand your desire to not do that. But there is the option for you to use some of the voices that they have. And those are all computer generated voices as well. If you want to use that as an option for your narration so that you don't have to do the narration yourself, then that is totally something that you can consider. So again, if you have any questions about any of the topics that we're going to be talking about, this is about the future of multimedia marketing. And in particular, I'm talking mainly about AI because AI is our future. And I just did a little piece on automated editing. Now I've moved on to AI voiceovers and dubbing. And next up is AI generated content. So for AI generated content, this is for people that typically, when they look at a blank screen, they go blank. When they know that they need to sit down and create a quick video and they want to write out, whether it's an outline or just little blurbs or a full-on script, they draw a blank. This is for you. AI generated content is for you. So these tools range from standalone tools that will help you with your copywriting to tools that have that piece integrated in it. I don't know if you've seen, there's a plethora of tools that are out there that have now incorporated AI writing in it. I'm using one of those tools. My go-to tool for my PowerPoint slide presentations. PowerPoint is not a verb or an adjective. for my slide presentations is a tool called beautiful.ai. And so that is an AI generator for content. It allows me to create my slide presentations. Within that tool, it also allows me to write the content if I need to write it. I can actually give it a prompt and it could create slides for me, things of that nature. That's what some of these tools are doing. Big View is one that is my go-to tool when it comes to actually recording my pre-recorded videos, because I have the ability to upload or create my script within Big View. I can do it there, or I can create it somewhere else and bring it into Big View. And then I can access the script so that I can read my video teleprompter on the phone. So I have it so that when I open up the app on my smartphone, I'm able to position my smartphone in a way that allows me to read the teleprompter as I'm recording myself at the same time. And if I want, I can use that tool to edit my videos, or I can download it, or in this instance, upload it to the cloud so that I can upload it to whatever desired editing platform I want to use. The other two that I'm featuring here or talking about here is Microsoft Copilot and Google's Gemini. But there are other tools like Jasper and ChatGPT, obviously, that you can use to write out your written content. And that can be anything from writing social media posts to emails, to blog posts, to scripts, to descriptions. I use it to write out my meta descriptions for my blogs. I use it to brainstorm titles, whether it's for a blog, an email subject line, or for videos. So anything that is related to written content are really beneficial tools. And I get where the apprehension from some people are going to be, well, it's not a human that's writing it. And I totally understand that. And my recommendation is that you do not take it right out of the platform and plaster it wherever it is that you're planning on using it. You do need to reread it, make sure that it sounds like you, and then make the tweaks that you need to in order for it to sound more human-like and more like you. Now, if you want it to sound more human-like, you can throw it into, there's a number of other tools that exist. One that I used in the past is called humanize.ai, where it'll tweak it and make it sound a little bit more human, but there's nothing like a human humanizing it. So if you want to edit those videos on your own, those copywritten pieces of content on your own, I highly recommend it. That's what I do for a lot of my content that I create. So next up is automated video creation. Now, what is this? How is this different from the automated video editing? The automated video editing, you have your standalone video already and you're uploading it to a platform for that platform to edit your video. Automated video creation is for those of us who may be stumped. I know that I want to talk on a specific topic, but I cannot for the life of me figure out what I want to say and what I want that video to look like. And I don't have a lot of time. I may want it for social media, or I may want it for YouTube, but it's going to be a short video, and it's sort of an awareness video. It's something that I want people to just know about, but it's not necessarily me truly conveying my sound knowledge about a particular topic. So in this instance, you would want to have a tool that allows you to take text, and that text could be a video topic. It could be a summary of what it is that you want to talk about. It could even be an actual script. And in some instances, for some of these tools, it could actually be a link from your blog post. And you put it into these tools, and Kapwing and InVideo and Veed are only 3 of way too many to share with you where you can do that. And so one of the things that I love doing is if I have really short videos that I want to create, and I know that I want to talk on a particular topic, I'll just throw in that topic and let it create the video for me. It will write out the script. And in the event where I'm just giving it a topic, it will write out the script and it will curate the B-roll to create the video for me. Again, just like the generated copywritten content, you need to review it to make sure that it really conveys the message that you want to convey. But all of these tools make replacing the B-roll and replacing the text really easy. So this is definitely something that was not in existence, certainly not 10 years ago, and not really 5 years ago. 5 years ago, there were versions of it, but it was very simplified and had a lot of kinks that it needed to work out. And last up is AI content repurposing. Repurposing is very, very important for you, regardless of the way that you're creating your hero content. And by hero content, I mean your long form content. Probably about 5 years ago, I think the way that we, for the most part, would repurpose is, I know this is, I'm speaking from experience. I would have my hero video, and then from within my video, I would either lay it out in such a way that I would have clips that I could take out, or I would use what my hook was as my social media clip or my repurposed clip. And actually, I used it more as a teaser. And I would then push that to promote the actual video. But if I used anything else, it was usually that I would take a clip, like if I had 5 steps as an example, and I'm going through step number 1, this is what I do. And step number 2, I would take one of those out of the original video and then put an intro and an outro on it or a call to action on it, and then use that as something that I would put on social media. But these were all manually created, but they were just created at the same time that I was creating the original video. So that's what we were really originally doing before all of these AI tools came out on the market. So what this allows you to do is to take your video, or you could take your audio podcast, whichever one it is, and you can put it through their system, and it spits out shorter versions in whatever format you need for whatever platform you're going to put that content on, so that you can then share it onto social media. So tools that can help you do that, some of my favorite are actually 3 that are listed that I use, and that's Opus Clip, Kapwing, and then castmagic.io is a slightly different type of tool. It can take your video or your audio recording, but instead of it spitting out a shorter version in a video or audio format, it actually does it in written text. So instead of you getting, short video clip that you can put on social media, or you can share it with your email list, instead you can get a social media post. You can get an email or a series of emails. You can get a blog post. You can get a description. I use Cast Magic to create all of my descriptions for all of my lives, because obviously I'm going live. I kind of have an idea of what it is that I'm going to talk about. At least I have sort of like an outline, which is what, if you ever see me looking down or looking, that's what I'm doing. I'm looking at my outline. But I don't have word for word what I'm going to say, because I'm not reading a script. So I will take the recording, or I should say my VA takes the recording and puts it into Cast Magic, and I can create a number of titles from that. I can create my chapter markers from that. I can create my video description. I can create, if this was a podcast, show notes from it. I can create any number of things, emails, social media posts, all kinds of threads, tweets. Everything that you would need can be created through Cast Magic from your recording, whether it's a video or an audio recording. So it is a great tool to have if you need help in being able to create content like that. I would also use it. One of the beta features that they still have is that they have an app for your phone. and you can record in it. So sometimes I used to use some of the speech to text platforms or tools for this, but you can just say, okay, I know I want to do a presentation on, and just rattle off what it is that you want to talk about. And you know that this is what you want to talk about and this. And so you have some idea, and you're just sort of brainstorming and throwing all of this out. Instead of, old school, we were typing it or we were writing it in our notebooks. You just verbally say this out in the app for Cast Magic. And when you go into Cast Magic, it will transcribe that. And then you can have it turn it into whatever it is that you want. So you can have it turn it into a presentation. This is a workshop that I want to do. This is a webinar that I want to do. Or this might be a series of emails that I want to send. And so it can take your content and repurpose it in that way. So these are all really good, very robust tools that just help you to streamline your business and make marketing, at least video marketing or social media marketing, an easier thing for you to handle, whether you're doing it on your own or if you're working with a VA. So I have a question for everyone. If you're on live, if you can answer this question, and if you are on the replay, what AI tools have you used in the past, or do you plan to use in order to create videos? I don't know if you want to use any of the ones that I talked about in this video, and you can rewind or look at the replay to see which ones I talked about. But if you are going to, I would love to know which ones you're planning on using. And if you've already used any, I'd love to know what they are as well. So next, I want to just share with you how I can help if you are interested in taking your journey a little bit further when it comes to video and video marketing. And I have an upcoming cohort that's starting in July. It starts on July 11th to be exact. And it's going to be twice a month calls on I think those are Thursdays. So I think the second and fourth Thursday of each month. And we're going to have a small group of people that we're going to walk them through the digital course that I created, which walks you through using AI tools to create videos from conception to completion. And then we're going to have group coaching and accountability in order for you to take what you're learning and actually put it into action so that you can see that it's going to work and see what tweaks that you need to make. And you'll be able, in a comfortable atmosphere, to get feedback from others just like you that are striving to get a presence online using video. Whether it's video that you want to ultimately have on your YouTube channel, you'll get advice and help on learning how to maneuver your way through YouTube. You'll be able, if you don't have a channel, we'll walk you through how to create one. Most people have channels, they're just not using them properly. But you'll be able to do that. But more importantly, the biggest part that this is really going to be able to help you with, not only in the motivation piece, is really getting started. A lot of people are stumped with not really knowing, what am I going to talk about? How am I going to present myself? And how do I know what to talk about? We'll cover all of that through my 3 key pillars that I use for my Embrace YouTube framework, which is to gain clarity, generate your content, and then grow your audience. And so we'll just dive deep into that over a 6-month period, meeting twice a month. And the goal, like I mentioned, is for you to be able to come out from this being able to either do this on your own, or at least if you know what is needed, you can then hire the proper person that can help you achieve your goals when it comes to either YouTube marketing or video marketing through social media and email marketing. So if you're interested, it starts July 11th. You can pay a one-time fee of $997 for the 6 months, or you can pay a monthly fee of $177 per month for 6 months. And you will get, like I mentioned, 12 group coaching and accountability sessions. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat. And if you are interested in being a part of this, simply post Embrace in the replay, and I will reach out to you with the link to purchase. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at info@ediclark.com. But also, don't forget to post your questions in the comments below. So let me just check and see if there are any comments. I don't see any comments on here. So that is all she wrote. So again, thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed talking about the future of video marketing. And I would still love to know where you see yourself and with regards to using AI tools. What tools have you used? What tools do you plan to use moving forward? And post them in the comments below, and then post Embrace if you are interested in joining my July cohort of Embrace YouTube video course and group coaching and accountability. So I'll see you not next week because I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. I'm going to have not replays. I'm going to have pre-recorded videos recorded for next week and the week after. And then I'll be back. I don't know what day that is in June, but I'll be back live in June later in the month. All right. So take care. Thanks.